Okay, hello and welcome to Suck My Fanfic.
Welcome to Suck My Dan Hick.
Dan Hicks. Coming in, this is our another live stream. We're coming in at a very, very cool, chill 45 minutes late.
Yeah. Also, the name of the episode is for 62. I don't know if that matters, but it says episode 62, Heat Waves.
That is changing right now. So, if you'd like to join us, we have excellent streaming connection. I have superior Spectrum Wi-Fi at my house. So
that can't be right.
I'm going to change that to the name of the episode.
Oh, please do. I do not have superior streaming connection. I have a third-party company from Miami, and we are the only development in all of this city that for some reason has them, and we can't get out of the contract.
Well, I'm sure you get excellent, terrible service.
It's awful. One of the worst parts is they're trying to advertise it to us and be like, oh, it's so great, like the management, and they're like, they're like, hey, you get free cable, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It's 20 channels and none of them work, and like 5 of them are like Pentecostal, like African channels.
Those are your free
like, I'm
dude,
not
can't
lying.
wait to watch Gullah Gullah Island.
Literally, dude.
Yeah, at like 10 p.m. on a Saturday. That's the kind of free access stuff you're getting. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Retry later.
All right.
Okay.
All
Say
right.
what you will about streamers. They're punctual. They're on time. You know what I'm saying?
Who's saying that?
I am.
Okay.
Because that's, I mean, they may have no skills. They may, be brainwashing people, trying to make money off of them. But when they say a stream starts at 7:45, that stream's coming up at 7:45.
Is that true? I don't watch streams like that.
Maybe I hold myself to a higher standard, but I can only imagine. That's part of the reason people like to watch people stream every day, right? Is the consistency and feel like they're part of a community and it's always there for them, even when everything else might not be.
You are asking the wrong guy, because I don't think I think the only time I've ever been on Twitch was when I tried to figure out whether or not we could stream on Twitch, and then I gave up.
We could stream on Twitch now. We just choose YouTube. That's the overlord that we decided to go with.
Well, they gave us the most money.
Okay, so that first bit was all about streaming, though we are a fan fiction podcast where we review.
Oh, is that what we do? Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
that's
we
us.
review fan fictions sometimes. Most of the time, I'd say. I'd say every time. Pretty much. Yeah?
I don't think has there been an episode where we didn't review?
We did some episodes where we reviewed our previous episodes. Those best ofs and collections.
Well, those are the best episodes, obviously.
So, no, I think we're
interesting.
And we're definitely gonna have a fan fiction this episode. I will be presenting you a delightful fan fiction. My name is Ryan, and
my name's Alex.
Co-host here, Alex. We will be presenting you with a fan fiction, but we're gonna get started off. Alex has something that I'm very excited about. So he has a very exciting opening topic. I'd love to get right to it.
Absolutely. I just want to maybe I can say we suck at streaming, so this is why we're like really unorganized. We just suck at doing episodes. We used to be really good at it, but then somebody had to move away, and that somebody was me. I moved away, so I decided to complicate things. But here we are. So, what's the thing we're doing? Opening topic. I'm very stoked on this. I've been ready and raring to do this, and I feel like I didn't prepare enough, but I also feel like I over prepared.
That's right where you want to be. That's right in the cut.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna share my screen, and then we're gonna. Okay. Yeah, this is where we want to do. Let me make sure it's working the way I want. Does it look good on the stream?
So far, I just see you.
You just see me.
Yes.
I should be screen sharing. It's not screen sharing.
Let me see if I can find another source. This might be some live. Might be doing some tech live.
Let me see. This is bad. The stream's dead, bro.
Hold up. Is this what I want?
I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want.
Is this what I want? Is this what I fully want?
Is this what I want, dude? Damn. I thought we
Snap.
tested it before.
This is live. This is happening. Let me go. I got it.
Tech support?
Real live tech support. I'm going to delete you. In case anyone doesn't know how OBS Studio works, this is how it works. We're doing it live. It's not trash. It's just you can't be trash in order to do it. So again, another thing, like, you can knock streamers, but I mean, they're on time, they're punctual, and they know how this stuff works.
Bro, it is a black screen on the stream right now.
I know. Let me send myself to front.
We'll just have you reacting to... Oh, there we go! Woo! Yo, but bring yourself forward, though. Boom,
forward. There I am. It's live. Everything's live. Normally, this is so slickly produced. Do you like that? Did you like how I was just like, all right, hey, I don't really know. Boom, there I am. Okay.
Here we go. This is it, dude.
This is a purely visual pun, the joke, so you really got to watch live. And as we've already established, there is no way for you to know when the stream's actually going to start, so you shouldn't listen to it afterwards, and there's no way for you to watch it live, so you're kind of screwed.
It's really like if we say, hey, we're streaming on Thursday, clear your Friday night the next week for like 3 hours. I think that's it.
And prepare for the first hour to be us just like swearing under our breath as we try to get this thing going.
Fuck.
All right.
You idiot.
I like the screen. So... I can't see your face, but I like the screen.
That's okay.
Actually, I probably can. More. Keep going. I'm going to work over here.
Hello all. So Ryan and I always talk about the education that we have, and with our combined IQ, which I'm sure is pretty high, not to brag or anything, we can't figure out technology very well, and we have about 10 minutes from this that needed to be cut because it was an echo the whole time. If we don't explain it, basically we're going through book covers and trying to rank them on a tier list, which I know makes no sense because it's like a medium where you're listening, but we try to describe them. So you're going to hop in about 5 places in at Jurassic Park. Ryan loves a cover, I think we hear my opinion. If we don't, I don't really like it. So you'll see, or you'll hear, I should say. And we hope you enjoy. Sorry we lost a minute, or 10 minutes, but that's what happens when you're live streaming and you don't know what you're doing. And you don't have much time to prepare because you're busy all the time. And, yeah, Freud would probably say I should blame my mom, but here I am. Also, at one point, we referenced doxing, and that may be because I put my full name and Ryan's full name on the live stream screen, which is a good reason to watch the live stream, really, but obviously that's all taken out, so you don't know who we are still. Not like it's the internet and everyone knows who we are anyways, but who really cares?
Okay, so you described it. You kind of gave your take on it.
I would put A.
My hot take? I don't like it. I do not like it. And the reason why I'm going to say that is because I feel like it's so easy to fall into the realm of like super basic or too basic. And I think this, I think it encompasses the book really well, encompasses the story really well. I just don't like the oversimplicity. I don't know if I like the color palette, because it's got like a dark green as the dinosaur as a silhouette, and then a blue Jurassic Park, and then Michael Crichton has a shadow behind it. Jurassic Park doesn't. You can say A. I'll put it there. I would say, I would personally not pick this book.
That's
up.
Interesting. Now that you've said, I knew something. I didn't like the top Jurassic Park font, but now you're right. That's really bothering me. The shadow behind Michael Crichton, and I mean they're totally different fonts. That's actually really bugging me now.
That's why I said I just think it's oversimplistic. I feel like there's so much you could have done, and I get that it's iconic. I get that it's like so. Maybe that's why I don't like it, because I'm just so used to seeing it. And I just want to see something interesting.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But my thing, I gotta divorce myself from like understanding that this is Jurassic Park. I know what it's about. I know it's iconic and everything.
Yeah.
Just like simply from the book, simply by judging the book by its cover and not by the content of its character. I guess I could tend to agree with you. I would go top C, bottom B on this one.
Okay, let's do top C just because we don't have any C's yet. And if there's a lot of books. Depending on how it goes, we can move it. I'm sorry for knocking down your Jurassic Park.
That's a very good point about the font. That's very disappointing. And but like,
Yeah.
what else would you possibly put? Like, it could get very busy. I think Jurassic Park needs to be simple. What are you gonna put? Like a
I
Stegosaurus
think
dancing around?
an amber colored book, like from where they get the DNA.
Yes, that would be cool. If it was like The Fly, that'd be like, yeah, in
Yeah.
amber. Okay, good. Moving on to the next one.
That's where I feel on it. Whatever. Okay, so this is
one's-
Neuromancer by
this
William
one's-
Gibson.
It's a hot mess. Okay.
This is I believe this one the book I think was published in 85 or 84, so it's post that. It's very much like surfing the web literally on a surfboard. If you've read Neuromancer, that would make a lot of sense because that's kind of how the book is. It's black. It's got a white grid on the back of it. The font is absolutely atrocious. The color palette is absolutely
Yeah,
fine,
I like the palette. I
but
like
then
that
there's-
pink.
I really like the color palette with the black.
That's too much.
But then there's this weird, just weird, box of a dude's eyes and nose, and he looks like a DMT painting. And and then I will say I personally hate when there's like a big blurb.
Oh, that's awful.
On the
top
cover
third,
of the book?
top third of this book.
The top, yeah, at least the top fourth is William Gibson is one of the most exciting new writers to hit science fiction in a long while. His first novel is an event I've been eagerly awaiting. Do you know how big those old mass market paperback versions are? They're not that big. So that's you already have a canvas which is like tiny, and then boom, we're just gonna put a third of it as a blurb. I can't do it. And then it says the new Ace science fiction specials. No, I can't do it. Now the cover of Neuromancer that I have is also trash. I don't know if there could be a good cover of Neuromancer, honestly. I've read this book. I thought the book was okay. It's very much like the very first
Whoa,
like
don't
cyberpunk
get into
novel.
the content. We're only surface level.
No. I'm just saying, like, I get why this cover is the way it is. I just don't like it. That being said, I have a respect for these old, like, campy, pulpy book covers. I'm giving it a
I would
C.
go.
That's where I feel on it.
I'm gonna go D on this just because that grid. I get that it's supposed to be like there's like a white grid
Mhm.
that's like kind of a weird perspective, and it's like kind of lining up with the title, but it looks like that was like the perspective grid used to draw it. It just looks sloppy. It's just like it doesn't work for me.
Again, I'm biased by, like you were with Jurassic Park, because I know the content of the story, and the grid makes total sense.
Okay.
But I'm going to put it before Agatha Christie. I still hate that.
Yeah.
What we got next? Brave New World, Aldous Huxley. This is the one you'll see hanging in a fucking Barnes and Noble. It's got this. Oh, you can describe. It's your turn to describe. Sorry.
So the font, it's got Brave New World at the top, Aldous Huxley at the very bottom, in only what can only be described as kind of like an old timey news report font. It's kind of this interesting white. I don't really know. It kind of looks like a news broadcast from like early television that would come out. You've got the like what appears to be a globe in the middle with a line coming through it on its axis, slightly tilted to the left. Appears to be some sort of plane flying through that line in the axis.
Yeah.
It's all a very nice blue, a very nice white. I do like the color. I like the color a lot. I kind of like the line work. It's nice.
It almost looks like there's like an antenna sticking out of the top of the Earth, like putting like waves out.
Yeah, and there's some kind of wave pattern coming down. You can see outlines of the continents. I don't know how I feel. I mean, it looks nice. It's kind of not exciting, but I would say a pretty serviceable job. It's not really jumping out at me. It looks nice though.
What do you think about the font?
I like the font. I like the font. Like I said, it kind of evokes
Yeah.
this like old time news bulletin, like special report coming in live from the American Broadcasting Channel. That's kind of what I'm getting from it, like old timey newspaper. I would expect to see this like in a movie montage, like spinning towards the screen and then like but nothing. I mean, B. I would say solid B.
I think it's
mid
solid
mid B, mid solid B.
So here's the thing: is it better than iRobot?
No. I think iRobot's got more character.
Okay. So here we go. We got 3 sci-fi classics.
Because you can tell Brave New World is trying to be old, and it was made in like 2010.
Brave New World?
You can tell that cover for Brave New World is trying to be
I was
old.
like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. I have no clue what this is. It's I think French book. I don't know who the author is. I don't know what I think it says Demons and Chimeras. I think that might be what it is. Demons of I don't know, of Chimeras. I don't know. I don't speak French. Um, it has an astronaut in a spacesuit, and half of his face is like a zombie, and the other half is like really wrinkled. But then around him is this weird like mandala, like probably like 100 mandalas, like little flower petals almost, or flowers like surrounding him in space. I have no clue what's going on. And they're colorful. The background is mostly black. I think the font is bright. It's easy to read. It's not obnoxious. I personally really like this because I just want to pick this up to know what it is. I want to know what this book is. I want to know what it's about. I want to know if I need to buy it, like the English translation.
I'd do low A.
I'd say low A. I think that's where we are. I mean, it's really no argument on there.
What kind of kills it for me is that as you said, the zombie face that is a little too cartoony for me. It's a little out of place. Doesn't really eyeball doesn't really line up with the other eye socket,
But to me, you put this on the shelf next to Brave New World. Which one am I grabbing?
This has got a lot of character. This has got a lot of like, what is that? Like, it's got a French title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely A. I'm definitely picking this up. I'm definitely reading the back.
Okay.
Okay. This one's Babel 17 by Samuel R. Delaney. I'm not gonna lie. This looks like the cover of a movie. This looks like a movie poster.
Agreed.
What we have is here's
Just
a black and white eyeball, just one eye, not looking dead ahead, kind of looking up to the right. At the top, for about the top quarter of the movie poster, I guess we're gonna call it. It seems like there's like white speckles falling. It looks like stars or maybe snow falling down. Cuts off right about at the top of the eye. Right under the eye is Babel 17. Nice, clean, lowercase font. We love lowercase font here at Suck My Fanfic. Underneath it looks like it's got some quotes, which we love, and then some indistinguishable text reading vertically. It's actually written vertically at the bottom. Yeah, this looks like a movie poster. I'm not interested at all. I think it's completely serviceable. I would say probably D, probably like high D, maybe higher than the other Ds, maybe low C.
I would rather pick up Neuromancer.
Yeah, I would pick up Neuromancer before this. It's just not doing much for me. It's like fine.
I think the biggest thing that bothers me is that this is like following a trend in like modern sci-fi, where like they take an old property and they'll do something like this that's like very clearly made on a computer.
Yeah.
And like I don't like it. I don't know why you need to do that. I don't like the washed out blue. It doesn't tell you anything about the book. This is the cover. I don't know if you can see on my screen. I can't do a really good job because of the delay. This is the cover of Babel 17 that I have. It's one of the old. I think it's like the second or third print. It's awesome. Oh, hang on. Let me see. I'm doing a terrible job. Here, let me see if I can. Give me 1 second.
There you go. That's cool. That's nice. That looks like a movie poster a la like the painted old movie poster.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I don't know if I'd pick that up, but it's definitely a lot better.
It's better. It's at least better, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters to me. So I'm just saying there are better Babel 17 covers out there.
I think it's worth pointing out that was a straight up photograph.
Here we go.
It's got that sci-fi channel blue tin. Yeah, that's fair.
Hate it.
It's terrible. It's awful. It's awful. We should burn.
That's awful. It's whoever decided to do that, find another career move or another career. The Forever War by Joe Haldeman. It's my turn to describe this one. So we got what almost looks like a photograph. It might be a photograph.
William Gibson, the author of Neuromancer. Big blurb on this one too.
Yeah, of course. It looks like the palm trees on it might be a photograph. It's a soldier in like something kind of like a bulky outfit, walking down like a pathway in a jungle. The title's big and prominent. The Forever War, Joe Haldeman. That's all printed well. Of course, the top fourth of the cover to say that The Forever War is the best science fiction war novel ever written is to damn it with the faint praise. It is, for all its techno-extrapolative brilliance, as fine and woundily genuine a war story as any I've ever read. William Gibson. All right, whatever, William. Now, again, I'm such an idiot. I should have just kept it. This is my copy of The Forever War. I don't really like this cover, but god damn it, it's so much better than the other one. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
that one's
better.
Nice. The one you got there is nice. The
it's crisp. It's simple.
And then you talk about that's like a nice like late 80s, mid 90s like
Yeah.
mass market paperback style.
Yes.
This one is
Yeah.
the way that the text is staggered. It's left justified, the
Mm-hmm.
forever war, and the forever kind of gets
Yep.
washed out in the light. I don't think that was intentional of the center.
No.
I mean, it's interesting, like painting kind of the scene,
Yeah.
but yeah, that text set off, and I'm gonna say it right now. I kind of like books when it's all one color, and then the picture or the image, if there is one, is like it's not like a painting. It's not like the whole cover is a portrait.
Yeah.
It's like either a box with the thing in it, or it's just like a graphic, and the rest of it's a solid
Mm-hmm.
color. So right off the bat, I mean, I'd go. I will definitely never pick up the Forever War if I see this. So D, maybe maybe
I
maybe the lowest D.
I agree, and I can tell you, I've read the Forever War. I read it, I think, 2 months ago. It is legitimately one of the best war novels. Period. I've
Okay,
ever
okay,
read.
William Gibson.
It is
Okay,
so
okay, William
good.
Gibson.
No, don't. No, it's so good, and it deals with time dilation, and it's
It's like that Natalie
amazing.
Portman
It's
Netflix
such
movie about war. I should give it a
Sure.
shot, but this cover makes me hate it.
No. I'm telling you honestly, like the Forever War is a very, very good book. It's stuck. It's one of those ones that you read and you think about all the time afterwards. Double Star by Robert Heinlein.
Okay.
I think it's your turn.
Wow, this is making me rethink the statement I just made. Double star in like a nice periwinkle blue Arial all caps font at the top, and then just looks like we've got two beams of light starting at the top, top
stars,
quarter,
perhaps.
yeah, to double stars, making a cross, making an X. There's two platforms coming from the left and right, respectively. On the left platform, we have a gentleman in an all yellow jumpsuit, kind of black and white, but he's got a bright yellow jumpsuit looking down at the fellow on the right platform, who's striking almost like a theatrical pose, if you can imagine, hand on
Yeah.
hips, one hand aloft. Kind of like an old 50s comic strip style of their faces,
Yep.
And then in the background, we have what appears to be some giant rocket or missile behind them. And then the name of the author is very artfully, just like right there on the right balcony. Doubleday Science Fiction. You get a little logo on the bottom right. I would read this. I would pick this up and read the back of it. I like this a lot.
I agree. I really like it. I like the choice of color use because it's all black. It's all grayscale except for
Jumpsuits and
the jumpsuits and the text, and I really like that. Now, it's funny that you described the one character looking like an actor because he is. That's what Double Star is about. It was actually Robert Heinlein's first Hugo Award-winning novel, and it's about a politician in space needing a double to double him at events and stuff. And so this Double Star book is literally about a political double.
This does an awesome job then of kind of giving you an idea. I mean, I would read the back and be like, oh, like cool. Like I like that there's a connection here. I really like it. Definitely A. High A. High A for me.
I think it's before the French one. I think it's higher than the French one. I like it. I really like it. And Heinlein, I don't know if you ever read a Heinlein. He's amazing. He is so good. He wrote Starship Troopers and basically everything else. He's really good.
Very nice.
I'm going to resign myself from grading this one. I'm going to let you give the full grade. It is a Dune cover. It's got this is actually the original Dune cover. It's got a script Dune in white in the top left, top right Frank Herbert written out perfectly well. It's not script, little italicized, and then we have this green, gray, almost red scale, like rock outcropping, and then cutting down the center of it diagonally is this white. And then in that white, which is like clearly like a path, there's like these two small figures, clearly, people, I guess, walking either into or out of what looks to be a cave because there's like a dark opening. This is, like I said, this is the first cover for Dune. Interestingly enough, if this gives you any idea of the Chilton Books, which are the people that published Dune originally, that only exclusively published like car manuals before this, they took the drawing that was made when Dune was serialized and just cut a corner out of it and made that the cover. So that's what this is actually from. I'm going to let you rank it I will not give my opinion.
Knowing what I do about Dune, but then immediately forgetting all of that because I need to be as superficial as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like I'm looking at like, yeah, I feel like I'm looking at like a Tolkien, like an excerpt from like a Tolkien map or something. Like it seems very
Yeah.
topographical. It seems very realistic. There's two characters that appear to be visible walking. It's very nice. I like the script. The script like doesn't match at all up with my idea of what Dune is, but if I picked it up, it's a bit of a jarring change from the script of Frank Herbert. Um, I mean, it's not my favorite Dune cover, but I mean, I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely. I'm in between, like top of B and A. I might go top B here.
I would have said low A. We'll go top B. We'll go top. Like I said, I was not going to have any judge on that. I
Yeah,
like
I
the
think that's
cover.
cool.
I think it perfectly does its job, but I definitely don't think it's the best Dune cover out there. I like
Yeah,
it
it's
though a
right. I
lot.
think it's right B. I think B is no shame. No
Yeah.
shame in B. It's
No.
got great content. That's what it's going to win it's over, but that's not what we're here for. Oh my God, what
Yeah.
is happening here? Okay, so,
This is
somebody opened up.
late 70s.
Looks
early
like somebody
80s.
opened up Microsoft Paint 3D on my Windows XP. This is Philip K. Dick's "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?" It literally it looks like Windows XP, like the backdrop. You got very green
Yep.
plains above that, a white horizon fading to a dark blue sky. What appears to be some like kind of 2D, like 3D rendering of a android, but it's like got human anatomy stretched over a copper body, missing an arm, and then behind it just a flock of sheep. This appears to be a battery or something that the android is also plugged into. This
No, it's plugged.
It's
into
plugged
the
into the sheep. Oh, okay. Wow, look at me.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the sheep. This cover makes me feel uncomfortable. It's it
In
looks
all the right
very aged. It looks very. It's not retro for me. It just looks old. You know what I mean?
It's in this weird uncanny valley of like not double star level pulp where it's cool and not like new enough to be like retro, and also it's just like you belong with
This looks
Neuromancer.
dated. Yeah, this looks
The cover
really
for
dated. I
Neuromancer.
hate that the grass is just like a flat. It has no real character to it. I mean, saying it's kind of an interesting. I like what it's saying, but I don't like it. I would, yeah. I mean, I would put it below Neuromancer. I would put it below the eyeball one too. God,
Okay.
I might,
But above.
dude, I might F this one. I might hate this one.
Okay, I'm throwing an F.
That really ruined it.
Um,
That's F for me. You didn't even say anything, so I don't know what you feel, but that's F for me. That's F tier.
I'll take it. So I have no clue what this book is. I picked this because I think it's really representative of a trend that has started in science fiction, or in not science fiction, in book covers. Karen Boy, Callocane. No clue what it's about. I'm assuming this is some sort of Germanic based. It looks like it's Cronin, so that's what, Dutch? It's KR for Cronins?
Cronenberg?
Isn't that I love Cronenberg. No. I don't know. Maybe it's a Belgian book. I have literally no clue what the language is. But it's a white background on the top where it kind of gives all the info. Then below, there are these very like thick, bold lines with black outlines of green and blue. They kind of make like hills almost. And then there's a person standing in the front in a red suit with like a fire head. This just sounds like I'm describing nothing if you're only listening. Injecting themselves with a needle. I think it's interesting. I would personally, Ryan, give this a C.
Interesting.
Only because I think the colors are jarring enough to catch my eye, and would at least make me go, "Wait, what the fuck is that book about?" You know what I mean?
That's kind of that's what made me think I would put this at the bottom of A, because I'm like, I would look at the back. I would pick this up and look at the back of it. If not A,
Okay. Well,
like top third of B, because I'm definitely not buying this book. I'll tell you right now, I'm not caught dead buying this book.
Okay, well then it needs to be in B if you're not actually gonna buy it.
Okay, if I'm not buying it, yeah, I'd put it between Rings of Saturn and iRobot.
iRobot. I think that's fair. I think that's a good placement for it, honestly.
Yeah, because I'm picking it up and I'm looking at it for sure. Double Star,
Yeah.
I'm buying on the spot.
Double Star is awesome. I want that cover.
Okay.
badly.
Here we go. Next submission is Anthony Burgess's A Clockwork Orange. Nice two-tone cover. Got orange and yellow, separated by a thin black horizontal line at about the bottom third mark. Very cartoony, kind of blocky picture of the main character. I don't know the main character's name. It's got the old
I think his name's Alex.
terrible name. He's got the old
Awful.
hat there. Only no features on the face except for the one eye with the black eyeshadow all around it. Appears to look like sort of a gear. Anthony Burgess, A Clockwork Orange at the top in yellow. Again, separated that black line. Nice symmetry. Yeah, this one's pretty good. This one's pretty simple. It's not blowing me away, but I kind of like that. As I've stated, Penguin Books, very classy in the top right. I'd put this in B tier. Not much to say about it, but it's clean.
I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna say low A.
Okay. Why?
The thing is, I think right now I'm from just going to bookstores. It looks like there's a trend in book covers with oversimplicity, and you see that in like every logo possible nowadays. Like every logo is being oversimplified. They simplified the fucking Google Chrome logo. Walk into the store and pick up a Pringles can. They simplified that logo. Why? Why would you need to do that? So I'm prefacing with I hate simplified logos and simplified artwork, but I think this is just simplified done so right. And I think the color theory on this is perfect. We got this nice orange. It's Clockwork Orange. The yellow, I think, contrasts it, and we all know that red and yellow, orange and yellow are the most eye-catching combination. Then on the bottom, he's wearing the blue and the green, which I don't know if that's to contrast with the environment. I don't know. I like it. I would say low A. That would be my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Looking at what we have in the A tier, I think it lines up nicely. I do like the simplicity.
I'm picking it up. Yeah, I'm picking it up. I'm seeing what's going on.
That is the version of Clockwork Orange that I would want on my shelf.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a good judge too. What version do I want on my shelf? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Good luck explaining it because I don't know.
Good luck.
Seems like there's a lot going on.
I'm not explaining this one.
Oh, bitch, I am. So we got Douglas Adams. It's a black background mostly. Douglas Adams at the top. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Justified left. Then in the middle, it starts to get a little blue. A bunch of stars thrown in there. A very like comically drawn planet with red, greens, and blues. Then we got a green planet with arms coming out of it and a big tongue sticking out at you. And then a hitchhiker's hand. I guess it's drawn in a pastel, sort of, in between realistic and cartoonish, kind of in that
Looks like they couldn't make up their mind. Look at the vein on the wrist.
Yeah.
And the way that it looks like a big butt right there. The palms.
I would say, yeah, the proportions are weird too. The thumb is definitely
The
stumpy.
nails are killing me.
They're awful. And then there's a purple planet to the bottom right of the hand with some rings around it, and then it says a novel in orange. I've never read Hitchhiker's Guide. I've only seen the movie. So I guess I kind of know the story-ish.
I know well. I've read the whole series. I love it. So I'm gonna recuse myself from this. I'm interested to hear what you say.
So my thing is, I don't know if you can tell at this point, I like pulpy or campy covers. I really do. I like ones that look like they're hand-drawn. If it looks like it was done in Photoshop, I'm not going to like it. Like, that's why I hate the Babel 17 one so much. I'm just not, or the Forever War one. The Forever War is such a good book, and that's such a terrible cover. So I like ones that look like they're hand-drawn. I like ones that look like someone put time into it. I'm never a big fan of the, like, shadow on the lettering. I understand it's to highlight the lettering, but it's white on black. It doesn't need to be highlighted. I would go mid B.
Really?
That's why. Do you think I'm too low? Do you think this is S?
I would go C on this one.
I can meet you at that as long as it's above Jurassic Park.
That's fair. I don't like the hand. The hand is killing me.
The hand is
killing
weird.
me. killing me with the nails, bro. Let's go S tier.
Let's
S
go!
tier.
S- it's-
Animorphs. Put it on there. Put it on there, bro. I picked up every
S-tier.
Animorphs
S tier.
I ever saw, and I flipped that bottom
because of
right
this.
every time, bro. Every time. Is there anything better than that, like, third stage in the Animorph evolution? It looks like it's just screaming out to be killed. It hates it. It's in
Literally,
pain.
look at this. Look at the slug. Kill me. That's what she's
Dude,
screaming.
Animorphs, S tier. There's never been an Animorphs book I've walked past that I haven't immediately picked up and read like 90% of the book because it's for children and like flipped in the corner
Yes.
to look at the transitions left and right. That is that looks terrible, but it is iconic and it is S tier. The definition.
It's S tier. It's so good. Like the Animorph, like I don't think anyone actually liked the story of Animorphs. I don't think I like I know that like I read them. I didn't read all of them, but I don't. It's like the story's fine, whatever. Like an alien war, who cares? But you just pick it up and there's like a dude turning into a turtle, and you're like, I want to know about the guy turning
Always
into a turtle.
kid.
There's
It's got the
S tier.
scholastic. Yep. And I don't even need to describe it.
How
You know what
iconic
it
that
looks like.
K.A. Appleton
I don't.
is.
I mean, honestly, I don't even think I've like. Are they trying to turn into animals on purpose? Is it like a Frankenstein? I don't think I've even read an Animorphs.
It's a war. It's a intergalactic war, and the blue like centaur thing gives him the powers.
Good. You'll really help in the
Yeah.
wars as a slug.
Agreed. All right, I really have to go pee, so I will flip to the next one, and you
Okay,
can describe
I'll
it.
take my
Animorphs
sweet,
S
I'll
tier.
take my sweet time.
Take your sweet fucking time, bro. Ooh. Okay, I'll describe why I did this one too.
Okay, so here we have migrations. Migrations, simple cover, but there's a lot going on. Simple in that all the action is in the middle third. At the top, I'll just describe it. It looks like a picture of like Antarctica. You see some cool waters. It fades from a solid color right into this photorealistic water, which I kind of like that transition. It's softened by some chunks of ice floating in the color of the book, which is nice. Very subtle transition into a photo of what appears to be Antarctica, like glacial cliffs, some icebergs floating in the water ahead of that, some ice caps, and then above that, as the cliffs give way to the sky, we have some birds, migratory birds, going kind of trailing up like a plume of smoke, left to right. And you just have at the top migrations, very subtle, very Times New Roman. Got your serif, migrations, a novel at the bottom, Charlotte McConaughey, and you know what? The blurb just says extraordinary. You don't necromancer, Forever Wars. You don't need. The more you say about the book, the more I think you're compensating for something. The more I think you really have to sell me because this book is terrible. This book, one word. Extraordinary. Doesn't need any other qualifiers. What can you say? Extraordinary. So as I don't like books that have pictures on it, I think this is very classy. This is a very classy book. Kind of looks like maybe like Jodi Picoult. If I had, like, my mom read a lot of those books. But yeah, classy and understated. Very nice. Extraordinary one-word blurb. I'll take that. Not gonna make me pick it up though. Just I very appreciate that cover. So I would go B on this one.
I think good. We have exposed both of our names. This is awesome. I will definitely gonna unlist this when we're done, but whatever. I personally believe that this is a very I heard some of what you said, a very like haunting cover. And knowing what I know about this story, I think it perfectly encapsulates it. It's like clearly a photograph, and I like it. I think the color is perfect. Like I said, I like a gradient, and there's like a great gradient. If we're going B, can we at least go high B?
I can go high B. It's just I'm not gonna get this book. What I was saying is it kind of reminds me of like the Jodi Picoult books that my mom used to read. Like it's just very simple,
Okay.
good, but I just have baggage with that. I have baggage with that. I'd
It's all
put
right.
that above.
Where do we?
I'd put that above. I always think the highest of the tier is to the left. Okay,
It
yeah, then
is.
I'd go above Asimov. I'd go above Dune. I'd put that at
Okay.
top of B. It's nice. It's nice.
I want to fight you for putting above Dune, but that's fine. I said I'd
it's like
recuse
the
myself.
nicest modern book I've seen. Like I really, like you said, I really
Agreed.
trend retro.
Agreed.
That is very modern, and I like it. Ooh, I like this.
All right. Gideon the Ninth, Tamsin Muir. This was her first novel that came out in 2019, and I think she won a Hugo for it. If she didn't, she got nominated. The bottom says lesbian necromancers explore a haunted Gothic palace in space. That's a quote. It's a blur, but he's just describing the book. It's got a woman in all black, kind of like a dress. She's got like a skull face and red hair, holding a sword with like a gauntlet on her left hand, with just a fuck ton of skeletons like just collapsing around her. It's Gideon the Ninth. The Gideon the Ninth is like super stylized, and the lettering is like really, really stylized, really nice. And it's got this nice orange bar on the side of it.
I do like that.
And I will tell you that the cover for Harrow the Ninth, the second book in the series, is almost the exact same thing, but in blue. What do you think? Where we're going with this?
It's not my cup of tea. It kind of looks like, like the Ranger, the Sorcerer's Apprentice, or the Ranger's Apprentice. You know? That book, like I'm
Yeah.
sure it's good. I literally can't pick it up because of the cover, and the cover kind of reminds me of this, where it's just like, what is it? If this is a video game, I'd buy it, but if it's a book, I really don't have any interest in reading it.
Fair enough.
I would go mid C.
I think okay. So better or worse than Hitchhikers?
I'd take Hitchhikers before this one.
All right, here we go. That's the next one. Come on, let's do this. Oh, because I zoomed up on it. All right. This one was suggested by a podcast about something.
Okay. We have what appears to be like a. It looks like an old magazine. It looks like a magazine cover, complete with like a postage stamp, kind of in the top left.
Yep.
And like it's like got a title of the magazine. It's like a green bar for the top quarter, and it says "The Rifleman," somehow in quotations, I guess. And
It's the novelization of a
it's the
TV
novelization
show.
of a TV show. And then we have very, very realistic, basically photographs of looks like maybe young Ronald Reagan pretending to be a cowboy with pastel pants. He's just to about his upper thigh, looking down, and then right from his groin is well, I say this: there's a child kind of standing next to him, much shorter, looking very sheepish, up to his right, staring at Ronald Reagan's chest, and holding a bundle of thick wood at what would be this man's crotch level. And it says, "A mysterious bag holds the secret to an outlaw's past and a threat against Lucas and Mark McCain."
F.
This is the kind of book that I would see at a bar in Brooklyn that is not meant to be read,
Yes.
but is meant to be observed. And for that, F.
I'm out.
And for
I'm
that,
out.
I'm out.
I'm out. I like the Androids one better. You can't fight me on that. Stories of Your Life and Others by Ted Chiang. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Shining, haunting, mind-blowing. Ted Chiang is so exhilarating, so original, so stylish, he just leaves you speechless.
I do love Tuna Diaz. That is
the-
a ringing endorsement.
Okay, there you go. The Stories of Your Life and Other Stories and Others is and his name are in a circle. There's like a clock face, and all of it is on top of obviously not real, but like a merging of the night sky and clouds. I don't think you could even find a copy that doesn't have the goddamn moon in the top left that includes Story of Your Life, the basis for the major motion picture Arrival.
Oh, this is for Arrival?
I love Arrival. That's a
wow,
great
this
movie.
does not look like
Yeah,
the
it's true.
Arrival. Arrival had a very cool marketing campaign. It was like, I got to see that movie. This looks like a self-help book.
This looks like a nighttime sleepy book you'd read to your kids.
This literally looks like a time management book where it's like how to set a daily
Literally,
planner
yeah.
and get 8 hours of sleep every night.
Yeah. Apparently, he's one of the best like science fiction of like hard science fiction writers of our time, and they give him sleepy time.
This is
What
pretty
do you
F. I
think?
mean, this is pretty F. This is pretty F to me.
Yeah,
I hate that. I would I
I
The
don't like it.
Moon, honestly, as much as I hate that it tells me it's a movie, it probably would entice me to pick it up more than anything else on that cover because I'll be like, "Oh, Arrival? Oh, I'll read that."
Literally, that's the only reason. Terrible cover. Oh, I gotta zoom out again. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
I think it's the
So
original
this is
one.
a copy of the short story, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, which is an extraordinarily disturbing read by Harlan Ellison.
I made you
Yeah,
read
I
it,
read
didn't
it. It was very disturbing. So bleak. Makes you want to just crawl up into a hole and die. All black cover. Everything's left justified. Bright yellow. Harlan Ellison at the top. 7-time winner of the Hugo and Nebula Award. And very small text. Very humble text, might I say. Then you have the I, followed by a couple of blurbs about what this book is about. Then you Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. And then in the bottom right is this it looks like a newspaper cutout of a head with the mouth erased. Looks like this could be Hitchcock's head with miscolored, mismatched eyes, and then its ears replaced by a megaphone. So nice, like blending, penciled in, kind of very well shaded drawing, and then just like mangled legs with anatomy, etc. around it. This is as pulp and as like culty as you can get. So I feel like Alex really likes this one. I feel like we're packing the beats here, but I want to go B. I would go low A on this one.
I could go for a B. You're not gonna hurt my feelings with a B. Where do we like it more than the Rings of Saturn?
No.
Do we like it
Yes,
more
yes,
than
yes,
the?
yeah, it's better than that one. That was
Okay, I think that's fair. I think that's a good spot for it. Honestly, I can't fight that. This is awful. I hate this cover. Before I even describe it, it's all
yeah,
black.
that kills.
The bottom half has a bunch of holes, and the front three have these little like ferret monkey creatures popping out.
It's whack.
Terrible. The font half-ass says the lurking fear in other stories. H.P. Lovecraft. You can barely fucking read it. It's like extreme
Dude, that L
gothic.
looks like a Q.
The L literally looks like an omega with a fucking enye
tilde,
over underneath it. A tilde. That's it. It's awful. It's awful. It's so bad. I hate this cover. I wouldn't want to pick this up. The weird, like, very clearly, like, 1990 Photoshopped made, I don't know, dogs, monkeys? I don't know what they are.
Yeah,
Terrible.
and the holes
It's F. It's F.
I would go D. But yeah, those dogs look terrible.
No,
those dogs look really bad.
I would pick up the androids way before I'd pick up this.
Okay.
I'm tossing. I'm sorry. I put my foot down.
I'm just gonna scoot you out of the way. So
This is an offense to my eyes.
You pick up androids? I would go androids. I would not go androids over that, but that's fair. I'll give you that. I'll give it to you. You have a stronger reaction than me.
Okay.
Here we go. We've got Vladimir Nabokov's Despair. In the tradition of Lolita, ... a major work, in case you haven't heard of it.
Thanks, Sunday Telegraph.
I didn't know he wrote... Is this sci-fi? This looks like sci-fi.
I have no clue what this is.
I didn't know he also wrote sci-fi in addition to child pornography. Despair. Just like very simplistic. Like, this is Despair. This book's gonna bum you out, bro. That's what this tells me. And then it has what appears. It's kind of like Scream. It's almost like a 3D model, but not in a disturbing, uncanny valley kind of way like Android Sheep is. Just kind of like a very well shaded, smoothed out drawing of a naked torso up to about mid chest, and then coming in from both sides of the head, hands on either side, and a very extreme avant-garde Home Alone expression with a mouth that is just gaping, taking up the entire head. It looks like maybe Jack Skellington kind of expressive eyes up at the top. I like this. I like this a lot.
I think it's a mirror.
You think it's a mirror? Oh, snap! In front of a face. I thought it was like screaming. Oh, okay.
No, I think it's supposed to look like both.
Oh, and it's a decorative mirror in front of. Okay, so then I'm thinking more. This looks like a mannequin with no features, and then the hands. I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
Confused. C, I respect it. I like it. It's clean, but I don't.
I personally really like the plain
Yeah, I like
despair. I personally
I
really
like that a lot.
So you say C.
Yeah, just because I.
I would like to put it at the front of C.
What else is that? Like Jurassic Park? What else is in that tier?
Hitchhiker.
Yeah,
and
it's better than
Gideon.
Hitchhiker. I don't think it's better than Brave
Okay.
New World. I don't think it breaks into B.
No. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Black border, red
Nope.
border, white. Scary Stories is in black and To Tell in the Dark. Then there's, and this is collected folklore and retold by Alvin Schwartz, drawings by Stephen Grammel. And then there's this like sketch of a skeleton smoking a pipe, growing out of a field, with red on its face and blue on its head. And then there's like a barn and there's like a cemetery. What do you feel, Ryan?
I mean, standard, classic, B. It doesn't make me want to buy it, but I recognize it. It's iconic at this point.
I'd put it C.
I put it below Despair.
Below
Yeah.
Despair. I take it. I'm more interested in the Despair cover. Way more interested in the Despair cover.
Catch 22, the one that everyone's seen. I do like this title. I like this cover a lot. Blue, where it kind of fades out at the edges as if it was painted with like oils. You kind of get some brushstroke effect at the ends. The red, kind of like paper cutout, paper doll character in the right. A novel by Joseph Heller. This is A. This is just like classic vintage.
You're forgetting the
The
airplane too.
the shadow of
Bummer.
the airplane in the right, so the figure's looking up in terror at the airplane above.
What do you think there?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. I think that's a very good A tier
think
we
it's
got.
a-
That's a very good looking shelf we got right there.
I love the A tier shelf right now. The S tier shelf is
The
literally
S tier
entire
shelf
A
is top notch.
So this is all three of Isaac Asimov's foundations.
Ah, the foundation series.
I don't know what print they are.
Those are tight.
Let me see if I can zoom up on them. I think they're tight. I love them. I love the continuity between them. So I think there's a lot of solid things they have going for them. The consistency between the three books I think is nice. I like, you said you like it when there's like a color and then there's like something interesting. I like how they have the consistency with the font, the word placement, and then each one is, there's one that's yellow, there's one that's red, there's one that's blue. Then as far as the actual drawing goes, like the actual art on the front, we have Foundation, we have I can't remember the main character's name. But we have the old psychohistorian sitting there, these looming like futuristic towers behind him. Foundation and Empire, the second one, we have a character in the obvious rubble. It looks like a forest. A hurricane came through a forest and blew all the trees down.
It also
and
looks like all those towers are now collapsed. Yeah,
that's what I mean.
yeah.
The like that's what it looks like, but the towers,
Sure.
like they're all crumpled
Yeah,
on
it's
top of
cool.
each other. And there's a person there just playing a lute in a jester outfit. And then we have Second Foundation, and there's a person in a green field with like the remnants of those towers, what's left standing. And she's actually looking back at the viewer, which means that she's heading forward. She has her back to us. She's moving into the future. I really like these three. I would pick these up ASAP Rocky. I want them on my shelf right now. What about you?
Yeah, these are tight. As a group, these are really sick. They look
Yes.
like the dopest, like comic covers / like
Yeah.
like when like an anime movie will break through, like Gone, Spirited Away
Yep.
or Kiki's Delivery Service. Like it looks like one of those pretty sweeping, epic. These might be S, if not top A.
And the thing is, even the sky is a different color for each of them. The sky in Foundation is
It's
a
like-
red, which
Yep,
almost tells
dusk.
you it's like
Yep,
the dusk.
the setting of an empire.
It's dusk, so it's setting of the empire. Then we get the
dawn.
green, which in the middle, which is like either dawn or it's just
Right.
ash. It's
Uncertain,
it's just
sure,
chemicals
yeah.
in the air. And then Second Foundation is this bright, beautiful
Yeah.
blue, which is just bright sky, endless possibilities.
Yeah,
I
that
love
would get
these.
me hyped.
I'm
I'd do
going
S.
S. I'm
I'd do
going
S.
S. and I'm putting it behind Animorphs. And you can't stop
I
me.
mean, don't get crazy. Don't get crazy right now.
Yeah, sorry. There we go.
Those are good. Oh, Great Gatsby. I'm a sucker for this cover. I'm a big time sucker for this cover. You have the eyes. You have the eyes always watching, tears streaking down, some kind of 20s headdress stent sketched in above the lips, the blurry outline of the city. Maybe it's the rain. Maybe it's the tears in your eyes obscuring the city. Dead lights in the distance. A car doesn't hit you with now a movie with Leo DiCaprio. I could not stand those covers.
Listen to the song by Fergie.
This might be also S tier for me. I love this book. It brings me back to school. If it's not, I would go top A, but this is like an S tier for me.
I'm gonna ask if we can do top A.
Okay, I could do top A. I don't need this. I don't need this on my shelf.
Okay.
I never owned this. That was not the
more than
copy.
Double
I
Star.
had a school copy that they gave me, so I never owned this. I didn't have that. I didn't have that version, so I kind of like it.
Okay. I don't personally like it better than Double Star, but we'll put it top A. The Ritual by Adam Neville. There are some things worse than death, and there's like a tree and like a thing hanging from the tree, and it's like silhouetted, and the background's like
What's
green.
that movie that's not The Conjuring? But it's like one of those scary movies.
I don't know.
It looks like the movie poster.
The Witch?
Not The Witch. It's like...
It almost looks like the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. Where you place it.
And this is D. This is D. I mean, there's like 9 million book covers that look like this.
It's bad. Yeah. I'm walking past this.
I might not
every day of my
even
life.
notice it.
No, I'm definitely not noticing it.
That's sad.
No way.
Yeah. That's below Forever War. That's like, what is this, a book about nature?
Basically.
Now here we go. This looks like a Dali book cover for Agatha Christie. Love the border, love the white outline. Again, looks like it's got the Hercule Poirot mystery or whatever. So it's like, oh, this is part of a series that doesn't like, what is this? What's going on here? You've got a old black leather chair with ornate arms floating in the middle top, and they're forming some sort of diamond shape. And then on the left, you have a glass that is shattering. In the bottom, you have like a upside down Roman statue of some sort of goddess, some sort of woman.
Yeah.
And then you have what appears to be Filch from Harry Potter series, like choking out on arsenic, like rearing back. Maybe Scrooge after he sees the ghost of future. Bunch of ninja stars under him, maybe some holly. I'm going to change that to holly.
That is
Those
definitely
are not
mistletoe.
ninja stars. And then they're
mistletoe.
The berries from the mistletoe are falling into a giant pool of blood, creating a ripple effect. Originally published as Murder for Christmas. There's a lot going on here. It's cool. My grandma would definitely have this book in her house, no question.
Yep.
She probably bought it first edition. And I'm going to go C.
I'd go see. I think this encapsulates a trend at one point in book publishing, which was like taking an absurdist like painting and just cropping it corner out of it and slapping it on a cover. And I think this is just like trying to emulate that. Not bad, but not good. I would put it honestly behind Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
but you can tell me otherwise.
Fair. I think that's fair.
All right, we only got 5 more. The Big Book of Lesbian Horse Stories. When these sapphic, I don't know what sapphic means. When these sapphic sisters saddle up, ecstasy is only a hoof beat away. Then in a Comic Sans like word balloon, first shocking printing. Then there's like a painting of these 2 women. One of them is definitely considered doing things to a horse, and she's touching the horse's mouth, like nose, and she looks like the sexy librarian that hasn't taken her glasses off yet. And then there's the like femme fatale lesbian who's like impossibly standing. There's no way you could actually stand like that. Look at how she's like leaning up against the pole, but also her legs on the other side of it. You can't stand like that. That's not anatomically possible. Her hair is all, like curly, and you can tell that she's the one that's like really into it. She's got the pointiest boobs. I'm just throwing that out there. That's on the cover. I'm not the one who said it or the one who made it. Highest heel riding boots I've ever seen in my entire life, by Alyssa Serkis and Monica Nolan. I'm all here for it. I'm picking this book up literally just because of the shocking title, which is huge.
It is done
Um,
pretty well. This is a book that they would sell at Satchel's salvage
yeah,
in Gainesville, Florida, for sure. That's not it's not the book that would be at a Brooklyn bar to show off. It would be earnestly on sale, and it would be too
I,
expensive. You'd be like, they're
there would
actually trying to
actually
make
be.
money.
Yeah, there's actually lesbians reading this right now.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet. I would never read it, so
I say
that might
top C.
exclude it from A. But I would go end of B.
And a B. I'll take it. I like it. I shouldn't, but I do.
Gotta respect the hand drawn. Gotta
Agreed.
respect it. And this looks like it was literally hand drawn for each cover.
Oh yeah. This one's you. You're describing
Games
this
you
one.
can play with your pussy, and lots of other stuff cat owners should know. I like the font at the top, the center justified,
Agreed.
kind of like paint strokes again, like a light blue swirl, and then in the middle is like a kind of Farsighter, Garfield-y
Yeah.
comic strip cartoon cat, who's got a very, I don't know, demure look on his face as his paws are crossed, and you're playing chess with him. Though it appears you've beaten him soundly, as there are no black pieces on the board, just white pieces. I mean, like, I'm definitely not gonna read this, and the cover does absolutely nothing for me, unless this is like, I might like flip through it to be like, is this a comic book? Like, is this a collection of Sunday strips? If that's the case, yes. I don't like cats. I like the drawing. Probably a D for me, dog.
I'm gonna say a D, and I'm gonna put it behind the Forever War, but in
Oh,
front of the
soundly
Ritual.
in front of the it buries, dude. Ritual
Fuck
might be
the
top
Ritual,
F.
dude.
Like, I feel like Ritual's getting too comfortable there at D.
It's gone. It's gone. Fuck the Ritual. Fuck the Ritual. What? I'm sorry. This this title is just really funny to me. How green were the Nazis? Nature, Environment, and Nation in the Third Reich. Edited by Franz Joseph Brueggemeyer, Mark Sioch, and Thomas
Oh my
Zeller.
God.
Series in Ecology and History, and then it just has a photograph of a
Evergreen Forest.
forest. Yeah, an evergreen forest, and there's a swastika in dead trees.
Is this to say that they were like
Wow.
surprisingly eco-friendly, or is this like to suggest that they were like terrible for the environment?
I think surprisingly.
Because I was like,
eco-friendly.
there's the take that the Nazis were not good is pretty cold. I mean, I agree with it, but it's pretty cold. um, and I'm just like, okay. Oh, like they were bad for the environment. Like that's also, I feel the same way coming out of it. That's a pretty ballsy cover, though.
Agreed.
Uh,
I think it's. I would pick this up and be like, what the fuck? Just because of the swastika and the trees and the how green were the not. I mean,
the title is what would make me pick it up. The cover is what would prevent me from picking it up, because I was like, I would never want anybody to see me reaching for this book.
it's a textbook
Yeah.
cover. If it's not a C, I think it's top D.
I'll give it top. What
do you
top
think?
D.
Fuck Neuromancer, dude. I'd rather pick this up.
You know what? It's better. It's better than the Agatha Christie one. Put it in C. Put it in C.
I'm there for it. This one's you, I think.
We have a nice photo of Mother Teresa. You can Google image search a photo of Mother Teresa. She's looking up and to the right. Classic. You can find it anywhere. It's by Christopher Hitchens. And then you have a nice white bordered blue box on the bottom third that says The Missionary Position, Mother Teresa in History, in Theory and Practice. Yeah, I'd pick this up. This is like bottom A just because I'm like, what? This looks like a biography, but the name, there's no way. I would have to inquire. I would have to inquire further.
You have to pick it up. And okay, finally, how to make money in your spare time, and it's it's a red cover, black text. To the right of the cover, there's a dude in a ski mask holding a Tommy gun, wearing a tuxedo, and it says "Buy 673126," and then in parentheses, note author's pen name.
This is kind of cool. This is kind
I'm
of cool.
there. I'm
That's
picking
A.
it up.
That's middle
Yeah.
A. That's above missionary position. This is like a cooler version of those, like, the subtle art of not giving an F book. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, this one
Yeah.
looks like very
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
serious. There you have it.
Boom, we
That
did
looks
it.
good.
We did it.
Let's
I
tweet
like
it.
it.
Let's
I'm
tweet the
downloading it, though.
tears.
Save. Oh my god. I'll tweet it. We'll see what other people give it.
I like that a lot.
Boom. Here, let me stop the screen share. Bang, bang. Stop sharing.
Very good. Very good. Well done, Alex. I enjoyed that. I don't know what that was. Something's beeping at me. And it's gone. Okay. So that was a very fun and engaging and long opening topic. I enjoyed that thoroughly. That was an excellent idea. It's very viral. And I think it'll do wonders for us. Without much further ado, would you like to get to the fanfic? Are you there? Are you literally not there anymore? Well, while this is technical difficulties abound, I'm going to go into the chat. See what's going on with our buddy. This is also my time to plug our social media. We are at SuckMyFanfic on Twitter. We are... Ooh, that's the end of the call. Let's get him back on the line, shall we? Follow us on Twitter. We're most active on Twitter. We have a very thriving Tumblr account. It's probably one of the more active Tumblr accounts. Alex is calling me on the other line. Let's pause this. What's up, my dude? You're in the middle of a Skype update. All right, well then we have a beautiful picture of you. I'm going to go ahead and throw you up full screen. This is Alex on a frozen Skype, so it's just Ryan flying solo. This is great. All right, let's throw it to me. So here's your boy. As you can see, I've got my screen up here, and I'm going to go to our first fic. It's going to be me reading solo. Alex is updating. Very exciting update to Skype. Can't wait for him to come back and show us all the fun things he's learned on Skype. But for now, let's get it started. Let's get this bread. Today's fanfic is from Archive of Our Own, as usual. It's called Diary of a Simpy Kid, Twitch Days. So it's like a TikTok, Twitch, streaming fanfic. Diary of a Simpy Kid, play on Diary of a Wimpy Kid, stoled in a journal style. This was a 17,000 word, 17 chapter fan fiction. We're going to read the first three. We're going to read the first three today. And as you can see on your screen, it's brought to you by Arctic Penguino. Arctic Penguino. Archive of Our Own, Diary of a Simpy Kid, Twitch Days. As Alex again finds his way back onto the stream. So let's get it started. Chapter 1. Greg discovers Twitch. Warning, this is all a joke. By the way, thanks for reading. January, Sunday. Last week, I was given a computer as a Christmas gift, but now it's almost like it's a family computer. Mom, Dad, and even Manny keep using it. He always somehow gets to watching... Let's bring our boy back on the line.
Bro, it's a good thing we don't get paid to do this shit. Jesus Christ, if we got paid to do this, God, we'd be fired right now.
The editing has been impeccable. So
honestly, the editing is probably the best editing we've literally ever had. It's just everything else is awful. So go us.
Shout out streamers.
I
Speaking of
shout
streamers,
out streamers.
this fan fiction is about streamers.
Yeah, Simpy Kid.
Diary of a Simpy Kid.
Um,
And it comes with pictures, so I decided I would show it on the screen as we scroll through it. Again, visual format, big plug. Watch us live. We will not tell you when we're going to stream. We will randomly guerrilla stream.
yeah, dude, this is a great. It's like all the times.
What was that?
I was gonna say it's all the times that I want to shit talk like the titty streamers. It's like at least they know what they're doing.
They're punctual. They've got a schedule. We will pop out of the virtual jungle and ambush you with fan fiction, and then recede into the
Yeah,
mist.
and we'll dox ourselves while doing it.
Oh man, I think I left TurboTax up on the stream, guys. Oh no!
Oh no, my mom's maiden name. Oh no.
Oh, the name of my first pet in the street I grew up on. Okay. Let's
My
go.
8th grade math teacher's name. No.
Let's dox ourselves even further.
Wait,
Please,
I just
let's tighten up. Let's tighten up.
I hate to take up so much time. I wanted to end it by showing you a cover I really liked that I have.
Fine. Bring it out.
Ryan's like, dude, I was supposed to read a fic this week, and you're just taking the entire time up with the book covers, you asshole.
One time I had a fic ready to go.
China is at. Do you just want to do the fic? This is already going to be a multi-part thing, right? Do you just want to do the fic later, and it's just this? It's just a
For all of
fucking
our
mess.
the only people who consume this are podcast listeners. So again, here comes a visual slap. Ooh, wow. That is actually a really cool cover. Behold the
I appreciate it.
Nice.
I can't tell if it looks good yet. It looks like it looks
It
good.
looks good.
Okay, so we got Jesus on the front in the being crucified. It says in the small text, winning best science fiction novella of the year, now a fully realized novel, the shattering story of a non-believer's passionate quest through time for the historical Jesus.
Oh, is
And
that
then
on the back is like the reverse? Oh, that's awesome. It's like he's passing.
it's the
through
reverse.
cross.
Yes, like he's passing through time. And then on the back it says, no one at the moment is doing more to break down the artificial divisions that have grown up in novel writing, realism, science fiction, historical fiction, the poetic novel, than Michael Moorcock. I never read Michael Moorcock until I read this book. It was just something that I saw on like a list on like Abe Books as like, oh, the best science fiction novels you never heard of. Holy fuck, is this cover awesome? And that's actually the reason why I bought the book. And then holy shit, do I love this book.
Oh,
it is so good. No, it is one of the best things I've ever read. It is so good. It's disturbing. It's stuck with me. I hated it at times. It's amazing. It's so good.
Sick. It looks sweet. It looks awesome.
It is really good. And they have modern prints of it that don't have Jesus crucified on the cross, but they're nowhere near as good. I mean, no. And then also the pages are red for the blood of Christ.
Ooh,
I mean, it's just
Michael Moorcock, more like Michael Moore books, please.
more. Thank you, Michael.
All right. So let's go to a
yeah,
vastly
so.
superior work of fiction, Diary of a Simpy
Please
Kid.
do.
Diary of a Simpy Kid, all about streams, which we are experts on, so it doesn't matter. Written in January, Sunday. Last week I was given a computer as a Christmas gift, but now it's almost like it's a family computer. Mom, Dad, and even Manny keep using it. He somehow gets to keep watching Coco Melon on YouTube. Mom and Dad said he was not allowed to use it, but they thought he was just watching harmless cartoons. It's like they don't care at all. Coco Melon, kids YouTube, not good for you.
Gotta ask what that was.
The good thing is that they're finally letting me do social medias. I found these cool websites and I'm planning on showing Rowley them when winter break ends. Other than that, I'm going to dread going back to school. Monday. At school, I was on my way to the blacktop when I overheard Fregley talking to some other kids. They mentioned something or someone called Twitch. I didn't understand what they were talking about, but I really didn't care. It was only when I got home that I got curious. So I searched up what it was, and I got really interested. Here's a picture. Hey, do you watch Dreams SMP? There's all the characters. Twitch apparently was a website for live streaming, and a lot of entertaining people had accounts. I ended up finding some really funny content creators. Not only that, but there were also some really interesting ones. One of them, who went by the name of Pokimane, had especially good content. It turns out you can even donate to them on there. For now, I'll start becoming a fan of these people. Content Friday.
I wonder why.
I've been watching Twitch almost every hour I have been at home these past few days. I even talked to people like Chai Rag about it, and he said he was thinking about donating to support some of the streamers. I want to also, but I don't have any Christmas money left after buying all of that Robux. Honestly, I'm starting to consider doing some shady things in order to get some. Then, if I had money, I could buy subscriptions or even a U2s. What is a U2s?
Fuck. I mean, I'll look it up. I have no clue.
The heck is a U2s?
U2s. Oh, it's like a pop figure, but not. It's like
Dude, check out this sweet Boss Baby U2s. Yo, are we gonna do a review slash live stream of the new Boss Baby movie?
Boss Baby 2. I mean, I'd have to go see it for like the third time, but yeah, I'd do that.
Boss is back. Family business, bro. It's on every taxi cab in New York City. It is because it's the only new movie coming out. It's not like Black Widow.
Oh my god.
My grades are actually around C's rather than D's and F, and nobody seems to be annoying me and my best friend Rowley for once. The only other bad thing is that it seems everyone besides me has a phone nowadays, and with them, they're trying to bring up the cheese touch again. I don't know what that is. I wish they could
The
just leave it
fuck?
in the past. Basically, it started when a kid dropped a smelly piece of cheese on the blacktop and let it rot. It was gross, and everyone avoided it until someone accidentally stepped on it. They started calling something with the cheese touch, where if you touch the cheese, you're rejected by everyone else. So this is nobody wanted it, except it's not diagnosable. It's just maybe
What the fuck?
nobody wanted it.
I don't know what this
If
is,
they knew
bro.
you had it, which they somehow always did, they'd run away and scream at you. If someone touched the person with the cheese touch, it'd move on to them, and they'd scream at them. These pronouns, I have no idea what they're talking about. In the end, my best friend Rowley took one for the team and actually ate the cheese straight from the blacktop. Then I took a two for the team and pretended I was the one who ate it instead. Everyone hated me for a bit, but after summer break, I guess everyone got bored of the gag and left it in history, thankfully. Unfortunately, I guess my grade is feeling nostalgic because some kid put a new piece of cheese on the blacktop and it's Swiss this time. Not only did the touch return to the public eye, but everyone is using their phone to spread rumors on Twitter about who has it, had it, and hating on them. Somehow they even got hashtag Bob has the cheese touch trending during recess when Bobby McDonald touched Lydia Smith, who had the cheese touch at the time. I just know that the next time people get a little too close to memories of the last cheese, they'll remember that I had it and cancel me, whatever that means.
What the
I
fuck?
get canceled for having the cheese touch. Okay. Chapter 2. Oh my god. Alright. Chapter 2.
That's what comes up when you search cheese touch.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Terrible Wimpy
fuck.
Kid. Cheese touch. Cheese touch remix. Cheese touch. Hope you like smegma, Jeremy. Dude, I love this like Mad Libs where they take the Diary of a Wimpy Kid's like thought bubbles and just put random terrible.
It's awful,
It's like
dude.
an immature version of New Yorker non sequiturs.
Mhm.
I really hope my
Like
parents
Spencer.
don't find this journal, not a diary or anything really, or else I'm in big trouble. Because what I'm about to admit is not very good. I stole from my mom's credit card. Okay, I know. Not very PogChamp. I mean moral.
What the fuck?
But I knew.
Am I a boomer?
What's that?
Am I a boomer?
You're a boomer. What don't you understand? Let me explain it to you.
What the fuck is PogChamp?
PogChamp? Oh boy.
It's an emote used on the streaming platform Twitch, intended to express excitement, joy, or shock. Okay.
PogChamp, really? Okay. It's not very pog.
I thought that was like fat ass white girl.
It's not very poggers of him to steal his mom's credit card, but he did it. But I knew he had just been given a few $100s from grandma, and my favorite streamer said they had fallen on hard times recently. So I figured it would be a good time to send my first donation. It appeared on the screen and everything. It said Greg underscore the underscore destroyer 69 donated $100.
Sick.
The streamer, who was the person I mentioned earlier, Pokimane, even said my name. I think I'll
Wow.
donate more in the future. February Saturday. I know it's been a while since I last wrote, but I've been busy trying to manage my homework and watching Twitch. I donated a good couple more times since the last entry, and I'm a big fan. At this point, I've become a regular on Pokimane streams. If only Holly Hills had a Twitch, then I would definitely tune in. Yes, should I Google that one? Yesterday,
I'm gonna Google it.
Yesterday, I shared my experiences with Rowley, who, and you would never guess this, he also watches Pokimane. He says he is a 10-month sub, and he has gifted 60 subs. That's very expensive. I was super impressed, and I hate to say it, also jealous. He never told me about any of that before either, but that wasn't even the worst part. He said he had been a moderator for 2 months. Honestly, I got really mad at him. He should have told me all that 10 months ago. I deserve that mod position, not him. Great. First, when he broke his arm and everyone loved him, then the Zooey Mama incident, and I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. I did not proofread this. This relies on a very healthy knowledge of Diary of a Wimpy Kid lore.
Yeah. Holly Hills is the girl who was like his love interest.
Very good. Yeah, he would love to watch her on Twitch. I even took the blame for the cheese touch, and he didn't even say thanks. That was it. Said I was done. We were no longer friends, and left before he could say anything. A picture of him knocking this guy out. Maybe that was harsh or a little rude, but sometimes friends have falling outs, and I just can't right now. Maybe one day soon we'll make up, but for now, I still can't. It will be awkward when we see each other at lunch, and school returns on Monday. I really need to become a moderator for Pokey, and quick. Friday. Throughout the week, me and Rowley only talked once or twice, distant and angry. They weren't pleasant talks, to say the least. But today, I came up with a new idea, a genius one that will give me the mod spot. Sure, it would hurt our friendship even more and ruin one of the only good things going for me, and it's very flawed, brings more problems to the table, and isn't actually really genius at all, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right now, as I'm reading this at recess, and I see him on the Foursquare court, I'm going to go up to him and put my plan in action. What do we think the plan is, Alex?
He's gonna give him subs to gift her from him. I don't know.
Saturday. Yesterday went shockingly well, and I didn't expect it. I asked Rowley to give me his account on Twitch. He seemed surprised and angry at first, saying that it was his account, and I was a, quote, greedy friend. But then I explained I needed it because he was a moderator, and I wanted it more than him anyway. I spent every waking moment on Twitch besides school, and I even do it during homework. Rowley didn't seem too convinced, saying that everyone in Pokey's community loved him and praised him. He said he wanted to keep the role to help out her and everyone else. I said that was selfish, because he held himself in such high regard, and he started to look worried. He asked me in a panic if everyone else in the chat thought that way, and I took the opportunity. I told him it was very likely that they do. Rowley, unsure of what to do, seemed to give up. He told me begrudgingly that he would give me the account as long as they fixed our friendship. He said it was very important to him, and he wanted to keep hanging out with me. I promised him if he got me the account, we'd be friends, and he agreed. I'm very excited to finally be a mod. Really, I'm not sure if I can be friends with him again, but at least I got that mod position. Let's go. Him saying, go get me and Pokey some slushies. Bossing Rowley around. He's the apple in the eye of this Twitch streamer. All right, chapter 3.
Oh, that's Holly Hills. He's with Holly Hills there.
But he's calling her Pokemon. This is his favorite Twitch streamer.
That's hilarious.
A problematic friendship. This is the last chapter we're going to read. We're going to get out of this. Monday. Ever since I got Rowley's account, I've been having the time of my life. And everyone in the chat seems suspicious because I guess I don't type like he does. Fortunately, Pokimane really has been taking notice of me. I even donated 50 subs yesterday on his account. The bad news is I'm still using Mom's Visa to buy them. She hasn't said anything yet, but I think she's suspicious of me too. I'm pretty sure 50 subs is like very expensive.
I think that's $250.
Stupid moms. Yesterday, Rowley contacted me saying he wanted to be able to use his account named Rowley Mama 836290588 one last time. So I suggested that I come over to his house for a little while. We watched Twitch on his account and even moderated together for an hour or two. And even though I was a little annoyed that he was trying to take over again, I suggested we do something else on the internet, maybe on one of those popular apps students use at school. This made Rowley all excited, and he said he wanted to help me make a viral video on the app called TikTok. This felt very familiar, and I started having flashbacks to the last time we tried making a viral video. But Rowley said we could remake the video, but better this time, and it will actually become popular this time because it's a new trend. I said that stupid Kesha song won't get any clicks, but Rowley had another idea. Again, I'm sure this lands. I'm sure this hits, this slaps if you've seen and read
It.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, I
You don't
guess.
know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
He said everyone would be interested if he cosplayed as Kesha in the video. At first, I was confused, and I said that sounded weird, but he said he wanted to have a mop on his head in the video, and I figured that sounded like a video that I might click on. And the song is on TikTok, so I told him we should do it. I never told him
This makes sense.
viral a year back. I kept it secret from him. Wow, this guy's a terrible, terrible friend. Rowley made an account.
He's terrible.
I made one myself just in case. His account was named Zooey Rowley, and mine was Pokimane Stan. I used Rowley's phone to film it and put it on his account. Rowley took the mop, put it on his head, began to lip sync. After a good few seconds, the TikTok was recorded. We even edited it. And unfortunately, the moment we were going to post it, Rowley's mom walked in. Rowley explained what we were doing, all excited, but his mom was not happy. She said that we should not be putting our faces on the internet. That is very sage advice, and you never know what weird people will see it. This mom knows what's up. Never put your social security and last name on YouTube. Rowley looked like he was about to break into tears when she told him this. He thought if we uploaded the video, someone would do something about it. After the scolding, his mom warned us not to post it and left. Rowley cried not to put the video out, so I reluctantly agreed. I guess we can forget about the viral video idea. Love a good B-plot. Love that. Solid story.
Of course.
Thursday. I'm getting more and more nervous by the day that I'm going to get caught. I've donated over $7,000 from my mom's PayPal to Pokimane at this point. From now on, I won't mention when I'm donating anymore, just in case she sees me writing this. Anyway, today at school, things didn't do great. I'm finding a hard time staying friends with Rowley nowadays since the moderator incident. Not only that, but all of that watching Twitch and keeping secrets really distracts me from work. My grades are back to D's and F's again. Not only that, me and Rowley had another big fight. Started at lunch when I was telling him about the 100 subs. The 100 subs I donated to Pokemon.
That's got to be $500. That's got to be.
He said he really was missing his account, and he even said he wished he hadn't given it to me. I told him I didn't want him backing out of it, and he agreed in the first place, so there were no
$5.
take-backsies.
It's $5.
I didn't want him guilt-tripping me. Rowley said the account had his name, email, and everything, so he had the right to have it back. I tried telling him he was all wrong, but he just pretended not to listen, and eventually we started yelling. Somehow the conversation just spiraled into an argument about a ton of random things. We started debating about the TikTok we tried making from the weekend, and the kids at school's TikToks, and then the subjects in school, and it somehow just spiraled into arguing about apple juice. We started debating about the TikTok we tried making from the weekend, and then the kids at school's TikToks, and then the subjects in school, and it somehow just spiraled into arguing about apple juice. That is the same sentence 2 times in a row. The second one is
wonderful
by a paragraph. Then we have a picture. Someone is saying math is red. Then our protagonist is arguing math is obviously blue. Quick, what color is math?
Green.
I always thought science was green. I do think math.
That's a good point.
Who thinks math is blue? Then
I'd say math is blue.
Rowley says you're just gonna say orange juice is better than apple juice, and then our protagonist says it is, and they both say your opinion is wrong.
Orange juice is better than apple juice. So.
Yeah, I would drink orange juice before I drink apple juice. Certainly in the morning. Yeah. In the end, the lunch bell rang, and I shouted at him that this time we were really done, and I even added I was going to change the account's email and ran out. On the bright side, at least I got Twitch Prime today. Tuesday, I got busted. Mom found out about
oh God,
the money I was stealing.
That's amazing.
That's the end of what I would call one of the worst fan fictions we've ever read on this show. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't know.
What the poop sock? Wait, what? What's the poop sock?
Probably another deep reference to our good friends over at
Kid poop sock?
I'm not going to Google that on the stream. So
Mom found the poop sock, Greg. Loaded diaper Reddit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what that is.
You've seen a lot of stuff. You've been around. You're a doctoral candidate, and you cannot decipher what you are literally looking at.
That is actually
You
true.
cannot put into words what you're seeing. You're a veteran of the internet, and you cannot comprehend what you're seeing.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude. All right. I guess that's just some, yeah, I don't know, inside joke for the fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid community. And good for them,
For Wimpy
I
Kids
guess.
fans.
Must be. Me too. Diary of a Wimpy Kid Roderick's.
Hashtag you
I
too.
guess. I don't know. Hashtag me too. Okay. Wow. Well, I don't think it was that bad. Honestly, I just feel like we didn't know enough to like appreciate it. Like I honestly don't think it was that
I
bad.
think if we had known, we probably wouldn't have appreciated it anyway.
That's true. That's probably a good point you make. I think that's a really good point you make, actually. Damn. I don't think it was bad though. I think it could have been written better. I think you cleaned it up well though.
So it was more in the performance than the delivery. I would agree with that. That was probably the best. That was probably the best thing about that fic.
I think that's fair. Performance delivery. I think that's fair. Yeah, that's a good way to phrase it.
Yeah, those are important.
Yeah, yeah. Well, fuck. I don't know. Do we have anything else on? No, I just.
I love how that's pretty much how every episode comes to an end. Just like a pause, and then you're like, "Fuck." Well.
Fuck. Well, boys. Fuck me. Hmm. Anything else you want to say about it?
That's it. That's it. I kind of want it to go away.
I agree. What are you stoked on?
Gosh, what am I stoked on? Always catches me by surprise. What am I stoked on?
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't do it. Shouldn't do it.
It shouldn't.
Every time.
Shouldn't.
Same format. It's a repeatable format. I just watched a HBO Max documentary series by the Duplass brothers called "Lady in the Dale," and it depicts the Dale automobile in the 1970s during the oil crisis. I think I was talking about it when we were hanging out.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's very good. It's basically a 3-wheel car that's supposed to get 70 miles to the gallon in the 70s. It's a complete lie. It's a complete sham.
Yes.
It's like if Tesla
Yes.
never even put out a car, but started taking deposits, started growing. Like a lot of people are investing in it. This lady who was the head of it is getting on the cover of magazines. There's many shocking twists and turns.
Yeah.
Story of a con artist, story of entrepreneurship, story of the law, and a story of just how effing crazy the 70s and 60s were. Just like literally insane stuff was going on all the time with very little oversight.
Yeah.
Great watch. If you have HBO Max, Lady in the Dale is a good
Lady in the Dale. Nice. I'm stoked on a lot of things. Been reading a lot lately. I'm going to skip all that. I'm going to say there's a science explainer. That's what he described himself as on YouTube called Veritasium. I've been binging his videos. I think they're really good. When I heard the term science explainer, it was like when I was a kid and I heard someone say Mythbuster, and I was like, "That's a job. I want to be a Mythbuster." And it's not. And it's not.
I wish it was.
I wish it was. But Veritasium, science explainer. He has a really cool video he just put out where he wagered a physics professor because a physics professor tried to say that a video he put out was wrong, and it was a $10,000 wager about whether or not he was wrong. It's just really interesting, really cool stuff. He does stuff about like dust or like nitrogen or just physics stuff. I don't know. Really cool things. So I say Veritasium.
That's a good one. I like Veritasium. He's a good guy. I've seen
Yeah.
some of his videos.
Yeah. So follow us on Twitter, YouTube. What a shit show, honestly. Ryan, what should we remember?
I think that we should remember that at the end of the day, content is great, but it's all about the cover of the book. That's all that really matters, baby. You guys have a great, fantastic day. We're out.
Agreed.